Hello there, my name is Cynthia Wakeo, and today we are discussing on things you should consider before promoting someone, an employee, to a leadership position. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Cynthia.
So, Perminus, tell us, what are these factors to consider before promoting an employee to a leadership position?
So whenever I'm advising decision makers on things to consider if they are considering an employee for promotion and promotion for a leadership position, I normally tell them to look at these five key aspects. And the first one is, do they have good people skills? A lot of times, and I see companies making this mistake, is promoting the best performing employee, the employee who has the best technical skills, the employee who is able to do the job. But they forget that the work of a leader, the work of a manager is to be able to get results through others. And so if they don't have good people skills, if they cannot be able to motivate, if they cannot be able to influence, then it doesn't matter how good they are with their job, with their current job. So you've got to look at that. And in fact, my advice is, if I get someone who knows how to do the job 60%, they are very good at doing their job 60%. And 40% they are very good with people, then that would be an ideal candidate, as opposed to someone who they are very good at their job at 90%, but they don't talk to people, they don't associate with people, so their people skills are only at 10%. So that's number one consideration. Number two consideration is, do they even want it? There are so many instances, and employers will be surprised, whereby someone is promoted and within 3 or 4 months, they start looking for another job, or even they resign. Why? Because they either feel that this leadership role is a lot of responsibility, or even internally, they feel that this is not something they're able to handle. So you've got to, have a discussion with them and even observe. Some of these things you actually need to observe from a distance and be able to see, is Cynthia motivated? Does she go that extra mile? Is she interested in getting to that next level? The other aspect is, are they committed to the organization? So remember, by the time you promote someone to leadership, your work does not end at just giving them the letter, telling them you've promoted them. There's a lot of mentoring, training, coaching that is required, to bring them up to speed. So you'd imagine now, if this person, they don't reflect the organization mission, goals, commitments, they are not there with you, you really be wasting your time. So even if they want it, even if they are very good with people's skills, if they are not committed, if you don't see yourself working with this person in the next 1 or 2 years, then it's not worth considering. And the best way to look at it is look at their past record, either performance or how they've been behaving within the organization. If this is a person who you've been having question marks on, then it's not worth pursuing that conversation. I would also look at their performance, and here leadership is interesting, because for me to be a leader, people must look up to me and even aspire. And I must be able to demonstrate competence and excellence in my performance. So if there are question marks and you put me in a leadership position, then that's why you hear people gossiping and wondering, why did Perminus promote Cynthia? Why did Perminus promote Margaret? Because they know Margaret or Royce or Cynthia, they don't perform, or John or Joseph, they don't perform. And so you must get someone who people you look up to, and people you say, okay, this person truly deserved, because we know they come to work early, they go that extra mile, they're able to deliver, the results are there for everyone to see. So you don't want to give people an impression that here in this organization, even if you don't perform and you're good, you have a good rapport with the boss, you'll be able to get all these goodies, including a promotion. And lastly is, do they possess the right attitude? So at some point I say that you need to mentor, you need to coach this person. So I've met many people who are gifted, but this person, you cannot tell them anything, Cynthia, because they feel they know it all. So, and especially, I'll give you an example, the IT field, this is where you find a lot of ego issues. So if you're dealing with such a person, even no matter how good they are with people, even if they are committed to the organization, but this person, you cannot correct them, you cannot train them, you cannot mentor them, because they feel they know it all. The attitude is not there. Then for sure you'll be wasting your time. So those are the 5 considerations. Do they want it? Do they have good people skills? Are they committed to the organization? And have they been able to display a culture of excellence? And lastly, do they have the right attitude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are these factors important for a new leader?
These are important because I would say it's the foundation. Just like in this building right now, we are on that floor because there's a strong foundation supporting us. So if this foundation did not exist, we wouldn't be here. So if this person doesn't, at the starting point, if they are weak on any of this area, then you go ahead and promote them. You go ahead even call Perminus to come and do the training. It will not work. You'll have failed from the very beginning. So this is a starting point. These are the things that you need to consider before now we can go to the issue of how do I support Cynthia? How do I mentor her? What tools does she need to succeed? Yeah.
You mentioned calling Perminus to do the training.
Yes.
How can it help these leaders to transition to their new leadership position?
Yeah. Number one, we do offer training here, and leadership is one of the training that I'm very passionate about. And for me, the key goal whenever I'm training my audience, whether it's managers, aspiring leaders, is to make them self-aware. Number one, to make them aware of the key competencies that they're required to master. Now that they've transitioned to be a leader. As I had said at some point, a lot of us, we are taught of how to be good managers. So if it's for you, you can do this video shoot, you can do digital marketing, but companies forget that the other aspect of the soft skills of leadership that you need to master. Yeah, good example being how do you manage a team? How do you take care of performance? How do you mentor? How do you coach someone? Communication when you're not happy with this person. Those are not managerial skills. Those are leadership skills. And a quick way to make sure that your team has those skills is obviously through a training and coaching approach.
All right. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you for watching this video. For more information on how you can empower your new managers or supervisors, please click on the link below. See you next time.